Ladies and gentlemen, I'm free. My bid is over. Last day's video log. This is officially the last day. From now on, we're gonna just do video log 1, video log 2, video log 3, whatever. Oh, I don't know. Maybe I'm gonna do the video logs according to what phase I'm in life. So now I'm starting up the business. So yeah, I still haven't come up with a name for it. Yeah, I completely forgot while I was at work. You know how it is working with these kids. But you know, just finished my last shifts. You know, it was a double shift. Pulled like a 70-hour work week. So my next paycheck is gonna be damn near like $800. After that, got some vacation checks coming because I didn't use no vacation this year. So I should be getting them for at least 2-3 weeks. And then even, you know, it's gonna be like next year, tax season, tax return. Should get a nice little tax return as well. Outside of that, I officially have no more guaranteed money coming in. Everything I earn from this point is going to be based off my talent, my skill, my work ethic, hard work, dedication, all that. And I'm excited. You know what I'm saying? Ready for this next phase of life. Shout out to all my coworkers. Shout out to all the kids in the group home. As annoying as you were, definitely taught me a lot about like leadership, patience. I'm probably the most patient nigga in the world now after working at the damn group home. I mean, them kids will work your last nerve. You know, had a lot of good times, bad times, made a lot of mistakes, learned a lot. My last bid was like 5 years. You know, that's how long I was at this group home. I've been working since what? First job, summer job, you know, through a program in high school. It was like 2006. Yeah, 2006. Summer 2006. First job all the way up until 2017. What is that? That's 11 years. You know, 11 years of working this 9-to-5 life. Started off part-time, eventually once I graduated college, started doing full-time. That has come to an end. From now on, I'm a business owner. I'm working for myself. I'm doing my own thing. I'm living my passion, living the dream. What is there to say? I mean, I probably didn't work every job there is. First job was at like a dental medical place. Went from that to working a lot of retail. I worked at the Bryant Center at my school, which is a arena, you know, putting the floors up and all that. I've worked in the mall, selling Proactive. I've worked in a call center. I did some temp jobs. One of them I worked at like Gorelick Farms. I worked at all that kind of jobs. Most of them was in the retail area, but as far as retail, I worked at places like Kmart, Walmart, worked at high-end stores, Bloomingdale's, out there in Rentham, Mass. What else have I done? As far as jobs, that might have covered the whole thing. I know I'm forgetting something because I did a few little. One of my temp jobs was I worked like at this newspaper printing facility doing shit. I worked there like one day and just never came back. I couldn't get a ride there. And that shit was horrible. But I done worked a lot of jobs, man. All types of odd jobs, trying to find eventually what it is that I was meant to do. I used to tell people, you know, once I got my degree, I was gonna work in a bank, you know, because I was studying economics. And in all reality, I just didn't know what else to tell them because I didn't know what the hell I was gonna do. You know, I was in college, I had to pick a major, so I picked the most logical one. And for me, that was economics because everybody. You know, an economist could work anyway. You know, he could work. Any business needs an economist, especially places like retail. You could work in sports. You know, economics helps. Bank, like I told people, you could work in the law office. You could work pretty much anywhere. So to me, it was the most logical thing because it had the most diverse range of jobs that you could be at. You know, it wasn't very specific. So that's why I chose it. You know, and then when I graduated, went... Matter of fact, while I was even in college, the whole financial crisis happened, the Great Recession, and we knew we wasn't going to get jobs once we graduated. So most of us, we got these degrees. Some people got master's degrees. I just got my bachelor's. We went to work in the same kind of jobs that we really didn't need degrees for. The same retail, the same group homes, the same banks, the same situation as somebody who didn't go to college. And that's kind of crazy to me. That's why a lot of us just kind of feel like the world lied to us, or maybe America lied to us. Our parents lied to us. They pushed this whole idea of going to college and you get out, you graduate, you get a nice job, you know, get the White House with the picket fence. And that just really wasn't an option for us. We realized that, or at least a lot of us are starting to realize, we're going to have to blaze our own trails, you know, because working a 9-to-5 is just not the right situation for me. And I know, being a millennial, speaking for a lot of us just ain't cut out for that. We want to be more creative with our work. We want to enjoy our work. We want to live for our work as opposed to, oh man, it's Monday, I gotta go back to work, all this type shit. I mean, no one wants that. So this is a huge step for me. And for those of y'all that's checking this out, y'all need to take a look at yourselves, take a look at your life. If you don't truly love what you do, time to make a change. I mean, believe you me, it ain't easy. You know, not knowing where your next paycheck's coming from, it's a situation a lot of people really can't put themselves in. Me, I don't have no kids, I don't got no girlfriend, I don't got no obligations, live at home with my mom. I'm able to do it. Those of you out there, you might not have to take exactly the same measures that I took. You don't have to just completely just leave. But even before I left, it's not like I just, I've been planning it for some years now. So I'm finally ready to take the step. Even though I've been planning, it's still scary. It's still nervous about it because it's the unknown. When you don't know what's coming next, it causes a lot of uneasiness. Especially in your life, in a capitalistic system, you don't know where your next paycheck's coming from. Everything costs money. I feel like I'm properly equipped. I'd rather be happy than be miserable and making money. Happy and broke versus miserable and making money. Like I've been saying all throughout these videos. I can't do it no more. I can't live a lie no more. I feel like every time I'm working, I get up and go to work, I'm living a lie. I'm pretending like I want to be there. I'm pretending like I care, and I don't. So it's better to move on. And when you don't care, you can't put your 110% in. When you don't put your 110% in, it's just not going to end well. Especially in a job like a group home. If you can make a mistake that will make everybody lose their job because you got to deal with DCYF and the state and all that, and you some go on with these kids because you're not that into what you're doing. So I gotta stop cheating myself. I gotta stop cheating my coworkers, my employers. A lot of things I let slide that probably shouldn't have let slide, but I just couldn't give it my full attention anymore. Especially once I discovered what I actually wanted to do and started planning for that. It definitely was time to make that move. I've been there 5 years, the longest job I've ever had. Most of the jobs I had, I was there for a year or two max. This is the longest job I've ever had. And I accomplished what I set out to do. My plan was to not be at a job for 1 year, be out of there. I thought something was wrong with me. I didn't realize. I just didn't like the job. It's not what I wanted to do. I realized that now. And when I was capable of staying at a job long term, like I am now, I made enough adjustments. Didn't make a complete adjustment, but I made enough. It made me miserable, you know what I'm saying? Unlike a lot of people, I know the source of my depression. I was happy before I started trying to make all these personal changes just to be able to work these 9 to 5s. Because you gotta kind of be a robot. Unless you're passionate about this specific 9 to 5. I rock with kids. I've done a lot of mentorship throughout my life. And I'm going to continue to do it, but I'm going to have to do it in my way, more, in more of a creative space. As far as the whole babysitting thing, I'm too young for that, man. I barely want to babysit my nieces, it's as bad as that is to say, but I damn sure don't want to babysit these kids, especially the ones, these teenagers who don't want to be there, want to be out with their friends, want to be out smoking, drinking, doing whatever. It's better for me to just take off and, and again, I got mixed feelings, as much as I want to get up out of there. When you somewhere for so long, you just get used to it. And I'm just used to being there. I'm used to it, so it's going to be odd not going there every day, not being able to complain. That's the thing about 9 to 5 that a lot of people don't talk about. When we have people to blame as humans, we're gonna blame them. And when you work a 9 to 5, there's a lot of people for you to blame. You could blame your coworkers, you could blame your manager, you could blame owner of the company, whoever the company works with. But when you're working for yourself, you only have yourself to blame. And people do like complaining, but once you don't have no one else to blame, all you could do is look at yourself. That's when you just gotta go hard. I feel like that's when I'm at my best, when I have no one to blame but myself. In the grand scheme of things, you don't have anybody to blame. No one forced you to work at this job. No one forced you to be there. But it's easy to get clouded up and see these people in front of you and think, well, I'd be happy if my boss wasn't such a jerk. I'd be happy if I didn't work at this company. I'd be happy if these clients or, whatever it is that you do, these customers weren't so annoying. But ultimately, no one's forcing you to be there. You're there for the check. So I suggest all of y'all out there reevaluate your life. Take inventory of the things that matter to you. And if being at this job, if it doesn't excite you every day to wake up and do it, that's not the place for you. Figure out what that is and chase it. Chase it like you never chased nothing before. Give it 1,000%. Show up early, leave late. And a lot of these videos I talk about working overtime and working a lot of hours. That's not going to compare to the hours that I'm going to be working, living my dream. Because every minute of the day, I'm thinking about music. Every minute of the day, I'm thinking about entertainment. So I'm gonna be working a lot more hours now. And I'm going to love every second of it. Can't be dependent on that check no more. That weekly check. Had it for so long. I remember when I first got a job, I'm like, okay, so you work, you get a check, then you go get to buy whatever you want. Okay, cool. Makes sense to me. Seems fair. And when you don't love it, you start keying in all the things that you don't like about it. And honestly, a lot of these jobs really aren't that bad. It's just the people who's doing it, they're not passionate about it. So they start noticing all the negative things as opposed to all the positive things. Somebody who loves it, they just notice the positive things. The negatives, they can deal with. I've seen a lot of people come and go in all my jobs. All my jobs have really high turnover because it's a job. Not too many people was in their career. A lot of people kind of just fell into it. A friend of mine put me on to the job. I had a job already working at Bloomingdale's. In a place like Rhode Island, relationships matter. If you don't know somebody that works there, it's going to be hard to get a job there, unless it's like retail. But even then, they're still going to give priority to somebody they know. But I'm out that life now. This past job, my group home work, man, I done had DCYF investigations few months into the job, a few of them too, I had some great times, playing basketball with the clients, playing video games with the clients discovering that I rap. They all checking it out. They show love too. It's like, yo, you nice, man, like for real. So salute to all of them. Some of them rap themselves. Good luck to them with that. Coworkers show love. I remember I put my mixtape on that Piff, and my coworker just happened to find it, looking for like a Nipsey Hussle mixtape. And mine popped up on the side. Imagine that, right? That's crazy. And then everybody found out about it. I was trying to keep it on the low, and I was just mad embarrassed and shit, because I'm the type of person, I like to keep my work life separate. When I'm at work, I act a lot differently. I act a lot more professional, I'm way more quieter. At home with my friends, chilling, I'm a completely different person. I'm a wild boy, still low key, but definitely a lot more funny, a lot more creative, a lot more. I be bugging the fuck out, basically. So it was crazy for me to hear him, and it just kept coming back ever since they found out from that day. From the time they found out, when did I put the mixtape out? Like 2015, 2016, up until now, it's been like a recurring thing. I kept hoping they were gonna forget about it, but it keeps just coming up. Everyone's like, oh, you rap? Damn, man, you barely talk, man. Like, I'm like, hey, man, y'all don't know me. And then this client will tell that client, this staff tell that staff. Couldn't escape it, And as much I wanted to distance what I was doing and, distance my career from this job I'm at right now, Rhode Island's a small place, man, especially Prov. Ain't no secrets in Prov, man. I'm definitely looking forward to my next phase of life. Fun every single day, never settling anymore. Settling is not for me no more. Putting on for the city. Creating entertainment for the city, because that's one of the things that growing up in Prov is not much to do. The city don't provide much for us. There's no like carnivals or theme parks. There's not much events. Like, we got water fire. Like, what the fuck is that shit? Look at water on fire. Like, well, no black people be over there, man. As it is, it's okay, but it's not fun necessarily. I hope Provcityproductions can be that. Can be bring the fun to Rhode Island. Give Rhode Islanders something to talk about, something to be excited about. Somebody who could grab national and eventually international headlines and make Providence and Rhode Island the talk of the world. Put on inside the city, build everything up, and then blow up and travel the world and let the whole world know about the little state of Rhode Island. But it's gonna start step by step. It's gonna start local. It's gonna start in the city. It's gonna start in my neighborhood, in my room. This very room. This is just the beginning, and it's gonna take years, but I'm okay with that. I spent 11 years doing what I really didn't want to do just for the money, so I don't mind waiting some years doing what I enjoy. Yeah, man. It's the last days, man. My last days being stuck in a rut. Last days in this depression. Last days being stressed unnecessarily. Last days being annoyed unnecessarily. Last day blaming other people. Last days getting these weekly checks. Last days working for other people. Last days coming home smelling weird. Smelling like the group home. Last days being late. I was late a lot, mainly because, again, wasn't into what I was doing. Last days wasting other people's time. Last days wasting my time. Last days complaining. From this day forward, I got nothing to complain about. Did I say last days having a boss? If I didn't, let me say it one more time. Last days being an employee. Last days having a manager. Last days getting them calls and not knowing what it's going to be about. Last days getting in trouble, so to speak, from the superiors or whatever. Last days worried about getting fired. Last days, it's my last days in this phase of my life. And yeah, man. I feel weird. I don't feel happy, but I don't feel sad either. It's like just whatever. Yeah, it's the last days video log. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope it taught you something. My schedule, which I never followed, and again, I didn't need it right just then, but I feel like now probably more so. Well, it's not going to be that. My schedule's probably going to be more so along the lines of wake up, work out, come back, write for a few hours, create some videos, content, micro content, edit the videos or past videos, handle whatever business things I need to take care of, and by the time like the afternoon hits, I'm out promoting. That's going to be my schedule. The next couple weeks, I'm going to be shooting more videos, writing more raps, and editing all of it, editing everything, putting it into. Still need an intro video, still need outro videos for all my videos, putting the website together, putting the blog together, putting a team together. That's the number one goal, having a team. Nothing's more important than having a team. Can't do anything by yourself, anything at all. Trust me, I have tried. If it was possible, I would have figured it out. It's the last days, man. First day of the rest of my life, as they say. I don't look it. I'm a low-key person, but I'm excited, and that's a wrap. Holla at your boy. Check out the website. It'll be up by the time this video comes out. Provcityproductions.com, blog site, provcity.tv. Check out all the social medias. It's going to be the Prov City Productions or Prov City Pros. That's a wrap.
Peace.